Good evening. This is the March 12th Berlin Zoning Board of Appeals meeting being held via Zoom webinar. Attendees and participants should be advised that their image, phone number, voice, telephone number may be recorded for the record. I'll call the meeting to order at, what is it, 7:02?
7:01.
7:01. Let me introduce the members of the board. As I call your name, if you just raise your hand. Jim Roya, just
I'm here, but
acknowledge.
no camera.
Okay, just acknowledge.
Yep.
Denny Bartlett,
Aye.
Pat Jackson,
Hey, thank you.
Ginny Zakatinsky,
Here.
and Keith Susie,
Here.
and our administrative assistant, Leanne.
Here. And Suzanne is now
Oh.
here.
Okay, and Susanna Roberts. Just say here, Susanna.
Wait a minute, where'd she go? Let me try that again. Here she comes.
Here, I'm here.
Okay.
Hi, Susanna.
Hello.
We just opened the meeting.
I
Do
heard
we
that part.
do we have any minutes to,
We do.
Consider-
We have the minutes of January 8th, and Dennis was the only one absent, so he can vote present, but everybody else can vote.
okay. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes for January 8th.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Any discussion? If not, I'll do a roll call vote. Denny, you're voting present. Ginny,
Yes.
Susanna,
Yes,
Keith,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
and I'm an I. So we have approved minutes for the 8th of January. Denny, do we have any warrants or anything outstanding?
Nothing this time.
Okay. Any communications we should be aware of? When is the closing date, Leanne, for next month?
Tonight, I'm not
Okay.
anticipating anything, but I still think we have 3 Gates Pond somewhere in the future. About probably a month ago now, the owner of the property came in and asked me when he was going to get his special permit. He's been waiting for it. So I told him that we had received an application from his architect or whoever it was, and it was incomplete, and he withdrew it. And I said, we haven't heard anything since. So I think there's some kind of miscommunication going on there. But by the owner asking me that, I assume he still wants to move forward, but the ball got dropped somewhere.
Okay, but he won't be in time for next month anyway,
No.
probably.
No, I doubt he'll be filing tonight.
And he may need someone other than the architect to do the filing,
Mhm.
given what was presented last time. Okay, that's good. Any other communications anybody have? Susanna, you didn't happen to attend the planning board last night, did you?
no, I didn't. Sorry.
Nobody else did either. I had school committee. I went to the one before that, but they pretty much put everything off until tonight. Last night, rather. Susanna, how about
Yes, ma'am.
approaching them about getting a copy of, they had draft ADUs for the town meeting to add it to the zoning bylaws. So
Okay,
you want to contact them and see if you can get a copy of what they've come up with that we can look at?
Sure. On
And-
Saturday, I am going to the CPTC seminar on ADUs.
It's this upcoming Saturday, and I am vice chair of Division 8 for MASC, and they have a meeting in the morning. Is anybody else going to the CPTC? Okay. And you can keep an eye out for that because Susanna will need to be reimbursed, right?
Yes,
How much is it now? Is it still $75 or?
95.
Yeah. Would you try to get what information you can and maybe report back to us next month on the ADUs?
That's my intention, yes.
Oh, excellent. So, Leanne, you can put Suzanne's report on the agenda for next month.
Okay.
You
Sure.
weren't on when we were talking about the 900 square feet, were you?
No, no, probably not.
We had Autumn Ridge, the in-law or caretaker apartment. That house was sold and a new person got it and they came in and wanted to renew their special permit. They went to Rich, and Rich, through his association and through the state, they're all grandfathered now. So would you ask the question about over 900 just to see what the legal decision is from the lawyers that are out there on Saturday?
Based on, this may have changed, but based on the workshop that I went to where Amy Questle was one of the panelists, they said anything over 900 square feet is still just your local zoning bylaws, special permit, whatever.
That's what the question is. But Rich has gotten an interpretation that says that if they exist, they're grandfathered now.
I kind of question that just because when we wrote, I know on the Autumn Ridge one in particular, when we wrote that, we specifically said in a permit that it was only valid for the person we issued it to, and then it was valid for 5 years.
Correct.
So how can it be grandfathered to another person?
Yeah, I guess they just said any apartment that already exists at 900 square feet does not need a special permit. If someone were to build one now, they would need a special permit, but anything that already exists, the permit is null and void.
Okay, but we're talking about over 900 square feet. If it was an in-law apartment over 900 square feet, it is not a by right.
Well, this is the question, and the decision has been made by our building commissioner. He told the folks from Autumn Ridge they didn't need the permit. So I think, Susanna, if you can get some names and some guidance on Saturday, what we can do is, if there is a conflict, if they tell you at the meeting on Saturday that no, if they're over 900 square feet, it might even be well for you to bring a copy of the decision we gave them.
Yes,
Because-
I was just about to ask for a copy of the decision and also for whatever correspondence went between Rich and the new owners.
All right,
think it
I
was
will,
verbal.
I will look that up tonight after the meeting and send it to you via email.
Thank you so much, Leanne.
You're welcome.
And you can so that you'd be asking them specifically about all of the provisions. If there is a conflict, you and I will get together and I will go to a town administrator and ask for our legal folks to reach a decision. The reason I would do that is if there is some kind of a conflict, we need to go by those that would defend us in court, and that would be our counsel. Does that make sense to everyone?
Mhm.
Yes.
So if you go and they say, oh no, they're in there by right and that's been determined, it's a dead issue. If you go there and they say, oh no, they have to come back and renew this, and you've got names and so forth, and then you come back, you and I will talk, Susanna, and
Yeah.
I will go to Kirsten and ask her for a decision on the part of our town council. Does everyone that's on agree with that way of doing it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Are you happy with that, Jim?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, excellent. I'm so glad you're going, Susanna.
Oh, yay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, what else do we have on the agenda that I'm missing other than checking
And-
out our next?
Any unforeseen issues that may properly come before the board and availability for next meeting?
Okay, who's it? As of the end of this month, we can no longer meet virtually unless the legislature either makes it permanent, the virtual option permanent, or extends it for another 2 years as they have done twice before. Now, I know I've contacted our legislators. I know Pat has. Has anybody else?
I have,
Good. Okay.
I'm going to, Lynn.
Excellent. Thank you. Keith, have you had an opportunity?
No, I haven't.
Okay, would you be willing to call them?
Sure.
I mean, are you in favor of us having the option to meet virtually?
I don't really care either way, but you seem to, so I'm happy to do it.
Okay. Jim?
I have not, but I will.
Okay, if anybody needs phone numbers or whatever, let us know. I have phone numbers and email addresses for the folks.
Lynn, did you get a copy of the email that I sent last week when you asked about the Zoom meetings? I had an email correspondence with both Megan Kilcoyne and Robin Kennedy. I haven't really heard back. They asked me to co-sponsor, but then I never heard anything after that.
Yeah. They've got a lot of fish to fry right now. I think being continuous and having everybody call and keeping the pressure on this issue. Believe it or not, they count the number of phone calls they get about different things. I'm also, when and if you talk to someone on the planning board, I don't know if it's Tim or who you contact, but I'd suggest that they also call because they meet virtually. And that will end at the end of this month.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised when you see a posting. Leanne and I will have to do what we did last time, and it's sort of like, at this time we are planning, but please check the day before the meeting, yada, yada. Okay. Availability for next month. Who is not available next month?
The date would be April 9th.
Does that mean that everybody is available on the 9th?
Think so.
Will it make any difference if it's in person?
Well, I'm more likely to attend if it's on Zoom and there's nothing scheduled because I hate canceling my Wednesday night plans to just not have anybody. You know what I mean?
Well, you're gonna have to give your report.
Oh, right. I guess I'll be there. Yeah.
Okay, all right, I'm assuming everybody's available. If you're not at any time, please be sure to let Leanne or myself know, because sometimes there's one or two or three, and we would be more apt to send out a note to those that have not said no, to make sure we're gonna have 5 people. Okay, anything else?
If I could just mention real quick, I just forwarded a copy of the Autumn Ridge decision to Suzanne.
Oh,
Thank you.
And I'll forward you the email chain about the request from the new owner.
Okay, thank you. And I will contact somebody from the planning board for whatever that draft is of the bylaw.
Excellent. And then if you give it to Leanne, she can share it with us.
Will do.
Okay, do we have anything else? I've been so surprised because I've been looking for things to do, driving around town, how much things have changed. It looks like the Velch's property was sold. I don't see a sign anymore. I've seen the Henry and Ruth Wheeler property, the house is torn down and a new one's being built. Things are changing so much. Anybody know when the West Street Tavern is gonna open?
It's open.
It is
Open.
I'm sorry?
For a month.
It's been open for a few months.
It's open already?
Hmm.
Oh, wow. Anybody been there?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
What do you think?
it's got a good thing going.
Okay, we're getting 2 or 3 at a time. What did you say?
I said
Jenny.
it's got a good thing going.
Ah,
Yeah, they've been busy. I'm gonna give them another chance.
uh,
Well, what I ordered the mussels in Chardonnay, I believe.
Uh.
And I waited quite a while and they had brought our drinks.
if I could make a suggestion, I think we've done the business of the
Yeah.
board.
Oh, yes, good
I'll
point.
entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
second.
Okay, who did the second?
I heard Sue.
Okay. Any further discussion, which there can't be anyway? Jim,
Hmm.
Aye.
Jenny, Ginny,
Aye.
Susanna,
Aye.
Pat,
Aye.
Keith,
Aye, yep.
and I'm an I. The meeting is adjourned.